Check. Hello. I'm trying to make sure everything looks good. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear the music? There's the camera. Let me see if I can zoom in on this just a bit and then maybe raise it up. There we go. Think we're good? Think we are good. Okay. Let me lower this just a bit. What was I trying to pull? Oh, yes. The Chainsaw Man tier list. Let me pull this up here. You know, for people who are watching the first time, thank you. Hello. How are you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Tuesday means Chainsaw Man chapter day. And today's the big 200th chapter. Now, again, as I was just saying a second ago, if you don't see any manga panels, anything like that, Shueisha gave me a copyright strike. I think, back in December now? I don't know. So we showed the panels, but much later into the stream. We also know we just bullshit for the first 20 minutes anyway. But even though I typically bullshit and just talk with the community, rejoice. There's a lot of bullshit and maybe frustrations that people are going to talk about on this tier list I saw on Twitter, which I went ahead and I credited the guy. Let me go ahead and find his Twitter. So if you guys want to give him a follow or just say, hey, DJ Miles, said you had a fantastic tier list and he just had to share it with his community. So let me go ahead and see if I can find the bookmark. And again, this is all just done in jest. It's good fun. I don't really care at the end of the day. I just know this gets people to talk. So here we go. We found the guy's Twitter account. So there you go. Feel free to follow him, do whatever you want. We grab the tier list here, and we'll actually hear his explanation on some of these choices and why he have certain devils in some of the, ways that they were ranked accordingly. So let me see. Oh, here we go. Look at this. 108,000 people saw this. 2K likes, 105 retweets, and 100 comments. The very factual Chainsaw Man power scaling top 10. The characters shown here are assumed to be them at their strongest form. Okay. Before we get to that, you're already coming in. The very factual Chainsaw Man power scaling top 10. It's like, dude, he's asking for violence, right? He is asking for violence. But before we get to that, let me go ahead and okay, so that sounds good. Let's say hi to the community. We got Robin here. We got Senti Goose here. Elite 4 Mango. Glacial is here. Sketch is here. Rex X. Grekberg. Crabbier. Monez. TD Dolphins. COA. The Dream. Light Night. Eternal Exposure. Anyone else I missed? Waffle Boy is here. Casual Gamer. 48 people in the chat. Happy 200th chapter to Chainsaw Man, by the way, everyone. Howdy, everyone. Hey, 200. Woo! Hola, hello. I like how the chapter 200 live stream is talking about a random tier list. I know. What better way to celebrate chapter 200 than bring up the tier list? Now, I'll let you guys decide right now. Do you guys want to talk about the tier list first, or do you want to go into chapter 200? And let me see if I have my water bottle. I do have my bottled water. Regular Chainsaw Man should be 6th, because if the new chapter and how he outperformed the Bang from Asa and Yoru in Power. Oh, that guy. He loves to block people who have slight different opinions. Okay, so Robin knows this guy is already no bueno. I don't know. I just see this on my feed. Obviously, if you guys don't know how Twitter works, you have certain interests, certain, things you like. they just bombard you with it, or, you know, the most random things too, right? Like, hey, you like Chainsaw Man? Here's a One Piece tier list. Hey, you like Chainsaw Man? Here's a tier list to entertain yourself with. So, but I'll let you guys. Do you guys want to talk about this tier list now, or you want to talk about chapter 200? And before, you know, everyone comes up with the conclusion, this is my store, Nen Garden. I do sell play mats and desk mats. We do have this very beautiful Chainsaw Man versus War desk mat. If you use discount code Fumiko, you get 48% off. Fumiko at checkout for 48% off. So feel free to get that. These desk mats will arrive in late May. And for people who play card games, we of course have the playmat version, which same, you can use the discount code to get 48% off along with the Don Don ones as well. Super beautiful, super nice. Love how they came out. Support your boy. Let me see. What are some people saying? Chapter 200, chapter 200. Okay, we're going to talk about the chapter then. Let's go ahead and talk about the chapter. Do you accept requests to customize playmats? I do not. Not at this point in time. I do not. How did Fumiko do that back with the aging devil? I don't know, man. We still don't know that answer, Neff. I also told you guys I got Invisalign like about 2 weeks ago. Or, yeah, it's going to be 2 weeks on Thursday. Oh, my God. These things dehydrate the fuck out of you. I don't know if you guys can see. Probably not. But, man, I'm just constantly drinking water or running to the bathroom. Oh, my God. Bro, WTF, YouTube doing ads on live streams now? Is there like a ad going on right now? What the hell? The hair is looking great. Thank you so much. You good, man? Yes, I am good. Thank you. Hello today. Okay, let's go ahead and just fuck it. I mean, I guess we ball, right? So normally we bullshit for 20 minutes, but you know, you guys want to talk about the chapter? We got the big 200th chapter. So hopefully Shueisha doesn't give me a copyright strike. Actually, you know, just to play with it for another 3 minutes, let me just show a random panel. And then we can talk about chapter 200, okay? Let's show the gun goddess here, okay? Just off rip, right? Let me go ahead and read the chapter summary. Oh, because I do have it pulled up right here. What are the big points in Chainsaw Man chapter 200? We have the conversation between Asa and Denji. Then we see that transition from Asa into Yoru. And Yoru and Denji are now having fun dismantling the pseudo Chainsaw Men. Up into part 3 of the chapter, where the fake Chainsaw Man finally arrives, brings his whole hero speech, right? And he confronts Denji, and he's a little angry at him. Now, is he angry at Denji because he's been neglecting the prophecy? Or is this talk from the fake Chainsaw Man being upset at Denji and now attacking Denji because of the manipulation and control that Death has upon fake Chainsaw Man? I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. But no matter how you spin it, we finally got what we've all been clamoring for the longest time since the inception of the fake Chainsaw Man. Actually, you know what? Let me show off the panel, the colored panel of the fake Chainsaw Man. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. I can just open up Final Cut Pro like I had previously, and we can just take screenshots and now talk about the chapter that way. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Guys, bear with me for another maybe like 2 minutes. Let me just quickly grab the screenshots. I will color them, and then we will show them off here in Final Cut Pro. Takes a while to load up. Okay. So let me now take screenshots here. We can ignore the first page where Asa's telling Denji, I want to use Bang on the sun because I hate being sunburned. I know, so cute. Okay, 2. But yeah, let me ask you guys, if Fake Chainsaw Man wasn't being manipulated by Death, would Fake Chainsaw Man be battling Denji? Yes or no? Got my screenshots. Here we go. Very cool. Okay. I got my screenshots. Let me show panel 1. Panel 2. Four. 3 more. Bear with me here just a little bit longer. 6. And the last one. Ta-da. And now you guys get to watch me make them turn pink. Okay. Cool. We can close that. Where's my beautiful chat? What is chat saying right now? Okay. I can't believe where Chainsaw is right now. Chainsaw Man is right now. Rex says no. He would still fight him. He still would be, as Denji has deviated from the identity of the original Chainsaw Man. I don't think he would. A lot of people here are saying no. Denji versus Fake Saw is like Commander Shepard versus their clone in Mass Effect 3. Wow. I have not heard that franchise in a hot minute, man. God, what happened to Mass Effect 3? 2 was so good. 3 is good too. Just the story. I don't think he would have initiated it. I think the Fake Chainsaw Man is acting at his own will. Us not being controlled or anything. Yes, he's Fake Chainsaw Man, so I think he'd fight to prove he's better. Much like how Makima was complaining that Denji's not the original Chainsaw Man. Ooh, good analogy. I like that. Taishima's here. What's good? Waffle Boy says, oh yeah, DJ Miles, I'm not sure if you saw what Casual Gamer said before the stream, but they requested for your volume to be louder since they listen to your streams. Okay, so let me turn down the music a little bit. Check. Hopefully that's good. Just wanted to bring that up quickly. I only joined a few minutes after the stream started. Okay, good to know. I did crank up the volume, or at least my audio. I've noticed that Fujimoto made Chainsaw Man or Fake Chainsaw Man more heroic than Denji somehow. Yeah, I guess that's the point, right? On why the Fake Chainsaw Man is a thing. You know, he's just the hardcore Chainsaw Man fan. Now, holy cow, it just dawned on me, right? Fami, whose death gave Haruka that ripcord. Did that ripcord somehow make Haruka the Fake Chainsaw Man? I know this is not anything new, but now that we know who Fami's true identity is, or Death true identity is, and she implanted that lever into Haruka, is Haruka the Fake Chainsaw Man? I didn't even think about that. I mean, I thought about it. A lot of people thought about it. Holy cow, man. Dang, DJ Maul is looking good today. I appreciate that. Guys, are we opening up this can of worms again? Is Haruka the Fake Chainsaw Man? Let you guys sit on that. So, do you think Blood Devil will appear or not? Yes, I absolutely think the Blood Devil will appear. We got that communication, or we got that like sentiment expressed, what, back in chapter 191, 192. We are definitely going to see Power make a return, or at least a new Reborn Again Blood Devil. Let's go ahead and color these. Nice and pink, nice and orange. Okay. Ta-da. All right. Do we start with the good stuff? You guys want to start with Fake Chainsaw Man or just Asa? Let me turn on my fan here in a second. Okay. All right. Okoku. God, fuzzy slippers. I hope. Guys, if Osegi Okoku is the Fake Chainsaw Man, let it be known. Your boy talked about this shit for the longest time. I'm sorry. You said that. I just have to promote the video one more time. DJ Miles, Fake Chainsaw Man. All right. Where is it? All right, guys. I put this video out. Can you guys see it? Okay. It only has 13,000 views. And it came out a year ago. Who is the Fake Chainsaw Man? Boy, if that shit is Segi Okoku. Everyone has to come. Bro. I will accept all glazing from this point onward. I don't care. At least I got one theory. And let me go ahead and say right now, we know the Reborn Again Blood Devil is going to come back. So I don't want anyone to say like, oh my God, that theory came true. No. Fujimoto set that shit up from part 1, okay? There's going to be no glazing here. When we see, again, maybe Power's going to come back, but maybe not. But for sure, we're going to see a new Blood Devil, okay? But if this shit that I called a year ago comes true, please glaze me all you want. I mean, man, my head is going to be like, what's that boy's name from fucking One Piece? Vegapunk. I can't even spell. Okay. Boy, this is going to be my fucking ego right here. The size of this motherfucker's head. Right there. Segi Okoku is the Fake Chainsaw Man. Boy, that's going to be me with my tongue out. You guys better start glazing me like crazy. Bro, what is this thumbnail right here? What's up with Vega? Oh my God. Oh my God. That thumbnail. I had to click because of the thumbnail. Okay. Just throwing it out there. I made my case on why I think Segi Okoku is the Fake Chainsaw Man. Okay. I think I put it at the very end. Yes. Here we go. So who did I say here? Oh, I gave a few things. Haruka, Copycat Devil, the Fake Chainsaw Man. Oh, man. Dude, I'm actually pretty proud of this video that came out a year ago. Okay. Look at that. Bro, the evidence. I already compiled the evidence right here on why Segi Okoku could be the Fake Chainsaw Man. Okay. Actually, let me just link this video for you guys. Have fun with it. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffing. How is this possible? Serious issues that needs attention. Guys, is my stream okay? Or is there a lot happening? Let me perhaps close down some tabs. Segi Okoku is the Fake Chainsaw. No, the stream is going fine. I don't know what the hell YouTube is bitching about. Miles Saga begins. Yoshida is a fraud. Yes, I think Yoshida is a fraud, without a doubt. Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and take it from the top. I got way too excited about someone mentioning Segi Okoku. Denji React says, also, I noticed that Fake Chainsaw Man is trying to tell Denji who he was, or maybe who he was meant to be. I don't know how to say that. My point is that the Fake Chainsaw Man is trying to bring back the hero of hell. Yes, good point. We will touch upon that in a second. Half the messages I have sent did not go through. That is weird. I don't know how to fix the stream in the middle of a stream. I'm scared to restart this. Okay, let me just say fuck it. Oh, it says excellent condition. Okay, so YouTube is just crazy right now. Stream. Okay, anyway. Glacial says, I think Kishibe is going to inform the current public safety what the reality of Denji is, as he is one of the only people that know the true story. It's likely that Kishibe is using propaganda at the moment. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, because Makima told Kishibe the truth about the hero of hell, right? Like when we saw those panels of like Black Chainsaw Man fighting in hell, and then there's that panel of like the hero of hell or whatever. This is Makima telling Kishibe. So, you know, all these jokes about Kishibe returning or not returning, now there's definitely some merit here. Where what if he is brought in, granted, super late into the story, but the character that we've been waiting for the longest time to say, hey guys, I know the real prophecy. This shit was never about death. It wasn't about Nostradamus. It's about fucking Pochita, and some crazy shit is going to happen on July 12th, 1999 with our main character. I actually like that. I really, really like that. I hope someone, I was going to say timestamp that. I hope someone screenshot this message, because I think now that's actually a really good way on how Kishibe could return to the story, without a doubt. So, anyway, let's go ahead and take it to the top with the chapter here where, you know, Asa, she's being a little weird, as typical. And, you know, Denji ends up handing her a bun, and, you know, she's upset at Denji, or judging Denji that he bought the he bought the convenience store food with the wallet of a dead body that he found. And she's upset. But like, look at where we are in this verse, and look at how crazy things are. And, you know, maybe there's some morals and ethics of like using someone's dead corpse finances to fund your lifestyle, or in this situation, just to get some food. But you think Denji really gives a shit about that? No. And then, you know, also continues, I don't know. Everything is processed food. Everything is processed food. I know. Look, at this point, I don't need to talk to you if shoving a fucking cookie in your mouth is good or bad. Or those potato chips. Okay? Okay, Prince. Okay, Waluigi. Okay, hello today. We all know what we're putting inside our bodies. Okay? So, but this does lead up to a nice setup, because she's like, yeah, this food is full of toxic. And then she's like, don't eat it. And then she says, I can't eat it because I'm a toxic woman now. That shit was so funny the first time I read it. Don't eat it. Well, I can eat it now because I'm a toxic woman. It's like, bro, that's not the reason why you should be calling yourself a toxic woman. But whatever, man. It's adorable. So she ends up telling Denji that he was right about something. That, let me go ahead, I'm going a little too fast. She should only do fun things now, and she doesn't have to think about unpleasant stuff. And then she goes on into saying how, you know, she would always feel, I used to always be thinking about bad things, and I got pissed off at everyone who was happy while I was going through my own personal hell. But now she's come to the conclusion that, no, people were just not trying to think about their hell and trying to at least feel a little better being in a situation, in a group environment, in a setting. God, this is going to be the worst. I probably shouldn't say it. No, I'm not going to say it. But, you know, sometimes we avoid our problems by what? Going to the gym, watching a live stream of your favorite content creator. Me. Whatever. Playing a video game, to not think about the bullshit you got going on with your life. So I do like how Asa came to this conclusion that I used to hate students for, you know, just being happy-go-lucky. But then I realized we all got fucking problems, and some people are masking it, or are better at masking it than others. But case in point, let me just do fun things. And that's what she was trying to tell Denji, right? Let me do fun things. Because at this point in the narrative, they are quite literally in the worst situation. One of the worst situations, right? The prophecy's coming. Death is here. Asa is hosting one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which is just absolutely a shitty situation. And Denji's like, look, man, everyone is still trying to use me, but unfortunately, they don't give a shit about me. They just care about what's inside of me. And, you know, that parallels the sentiment that Denji told Reze during the Bomb Girl arc, that everybody wants Chainsaw Man's heart, but they don't want my heart. It rings more and more true as this story goes on. But as Asa continues to consume the food, she turns into Yoru. And, you know, I didn't talk about this in my review, and this is why, you know, we come to the live stream, right, everyone? You know, we see this transformation. Now, when we saw Yoru lose control and Asa took over, she informed us that Yoru's planning something really, really bad, way worse than death. And, you know, this age of devils that a lot of people have been theorizing, you know, Sufferance is one of them, right? And I like his content. Where instead of people dying, there's this eternal war. So war is always going to be stronger. And, you know, what's worse than dying? Consistently having this age of war where your life is constantly being threatened. And if the concept and existence of death is gone, and you're basically reviving yourself to just always die, yeah, that sounds pretty on par with like a reality being worse than death. Imagine just always being alive to always die, but you can never really die, right? Imagine someone torturing you all the time, right? Crazy. So thinking about it gives me chills. But anyway, for whatever reason, Asa loses control, but it seemed very like, what's the word I'm looking for? It seemed like there wasn't any resistance, right? It seemed like, okay, Asa felt a little better. And because she felt a little better about the situation, Yoru just immediately took over and says, Denji, join me for some post-meal exercise. And now they're having a blast, shooting all these pseudo chainsaw men, etc. And then we see this panel here, the ha ha ha. And look at how happy Denji and Yoru is right now. Boy, I said this in my review. One of them's going to die. Like, we all know this, right? You know how I mentioned a little while ago when we do see the Blood Devil come? No one should say, aha, I predicted this. It's like, no. Fujimoto set this up at the end of part 1. Okay? So, when I tell you one of them is going to die, this shouldn't be a eureka, aha, I got it. It's like, no. I mean, look how happy they are. Because we know how happy they are, one of these two motherfuckers are going to die. So let's just enjoy this moment. Granted, even if it's with Yoru, something is going to happen to one of these characters. One of them is going to die. Okay? Let me escape this just in case Shueisha wants to give me a copyright strike. Let me just show my random video here. And now let me go ahead and read the comments. I've been neglecting you guys for a while. Do you think Reze will return? I would really like if Reze could return. I want to believe Reze should return because she is the most popular hybrid. I know everyone likes Katana Man or Quan Chi, or maybe some of you weirdos even like Barham. Okay? I've said this a bajillion times. We cannot have 6 out of the 7 weapons and not include the most popular one. So I hope Reze makes an appearance. Technically, she made an appearance in a flashback scene. That doesn't really count to me. But yes, I would like for her to appear. Let me see. Big Chainsaw Man got his ideology from Barham, and Barham told him about Makima. But with Kishibe acting like a hero, wouldn't Kishibe be cringe of hell? I don't think Kishibe likes to act hero. I don't know. My notes would be a surprise chapter. I have a wild theory that Kisame might not be appearing because he's either searching for a certain devil or might be trapped somewhere else, such as aging Devil's Dimension for certain reasons. That's very interesting. Denji and Asa trying to start a sitcom. The difference between Denji and Asa is how Asa's very judgmental, Denji not so. It's like her problem is that she can't stop judging things in a shallow manner. Yeah, it's so crazy. Even up until this point, she's still being very judgmental and like not reading the room, right? Like she can have her reservations and beliefs into thinking how she thinks, right? But this is quite literally like an opposite attracts type of thing, where maybe she, despite being judgmental, having Denji as a partner shifts that perspective into knowing that, oh, I should stop acting judgmental and taking things so serious. And I think that's what this chapter was at least reestablishing or, reconfirming to Asa that, like, yeah, maybe I should just stop acting like a sensitive Sally and just like let go, right? The Android 16. Just let go. Let go, Gohan. Just let go. That was a horrible impersonation. I know. I'm sorry. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, she's judgmental and Denji's like, yo, okay, you don't have to eat the fucking bun. Don't eat the bun. And then she changes her mind right away, right? Whether to impress Denji or realize like, oh yeah, you know what? Let me just have a different perspective. So Robbie says here, it's so crazy that we got so deep into part 2 and Reze didn't make a real appearance. All the other hybrids were here already, so I think Chainsaw Man is far from over. Yeah, I mean, here's hoping we get another 200 chapters, right? Hello Today says, Denji and Asa deserve a happy ending, but Asa's probably going to die sadly. Or it could be that Denji dies. We don't know. Food has to be one of the biggest symbolisms in this series, without a doubt. Robin says it felt like she let Yoru take control since she can't take the initiative herself to have fun. Excellent point. Wow, Robin coming in hot. I actually like that. She just relinquished control because she can't take the initiative herself to have fun. So let my other half do it. Yeah. But Chainsaw Man, something they don't see, so they are small-minded ones. Okay, well, Hero of Hell might come back, and the 4 horsemen will reunite, and they will all fight Hero of Hell, Pochita again. Weapons Devil might also join the fight again, I guess. Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty cool. I have a better way to word my question from last week, DJ. Why doesn't the other horseman have split personalities like Yoru and Death has? She seems to be the only one out of them that knows the past. Okay, why doesn't the other horseman have split personalities? Like Yoru and Death. I mean, Death doesn't really have a split personality. I don't know what you're talking about. And Yoru only has a split personality because she is like this parasite to Asa, right? Okay. Let me see. Sorry, I'm like going through. Holy cow. Loud Media with 20 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to this Chainsaw Man community. Holy cow. Loud Media. Thank you. Sorry, I'm like going all the way back just trying to catch up the comments here. Let me see. The Dream says there's a cool parallel with the shot in the Falling Devil arc. You got Denji and Yoru here in the Falling Devil arc, Chainsaw Man and Asa. Oh, with the bikes. Yes. I saw that earlier on Twitter. Can't wait for Fire Devil to show up during this whole mess. Yes, I agree. She's accepting that Yoru is a part of her now. She is using Yoru to escape reality. Yoru is the bridge to Denji, which allows her to escape reality and get away from her problems. Ooh, man, you guys are coming in hot today. I like that. Chainsaw Man has been good lately, but the 15 chapters are so shitty to read weekly, bi-weekly. Yeah, I know. You are preaching to the choir, man. Man, you can't be happy in Chainsaw Man. I know. Reze is the best hybrid. I agree. When are you realizing your next when are you releasing your next Chainsaw Man arc video? Okay. Real quickly. I feel like I'm not going to please all of you guys. I told you videos have been coming less, right? I've been releasing less videos because my editor I promote my editor so much, and I love, if Diego, you're watching, hello. Other people are using my goddamn main editor. And I am so stubborn to give these explained videos to other people. I know, to every other people, because I get DMs too so frequently about like, hey, can I edit for you? Can I edit for you? No, if you are not Diego, if you are not my main editor, you're not editing videos for me, at least in the explained style videos. So to answer your question, when is the next explained video coming out? Because I know, I saw it too. And it's so depressing to see that, holy shit, the last video I uploaded in the Chainsaw Man explained video series came out, what, October? Let me see. When was this last video dropped? Holy cow, 5 months ago. Let me see this shit. Let me see this. Has it really been 5 months? Oh my God, guys, I know. And I'm still calling it the Torture Denji arc. People are like, it's the Aging Devil arc. No. What comes next during this is the Aging Devil arc. Oh my God. See, my editor is so cool, man. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, dude. The red, white, and blue. Bam. Dude. Oh, God, man. That Gun Goddess shit. Dude, that Gun Goddess shit. Dude, we were hype as fuck during that Gun Goddess stuff, right? Anyway, this video, right? Like, I promise we're going to catch up, but Dandadan Season 2 is coming out in July. My editor is going to be available, like, in a week or two, and I need my Dandadan entire story explained before Season 2 of the anime, which drops in July. So, guys, I'm trying to think like Aizen 4D level chess here, okay? My editor needs at least a month to edit the Dandadan video because the last one in the series is going to be close to like 60, 70 minutes. And then that video has to breathe. And then I'm going to release the big video before Season 2. So, holy cow, I know you guys are going to hate me when I say this. The next Chainsaw Man video probably will not drop until like June, July. I'm sorry. I know. But the Dandadan video is taking priority. I almost told him too, we got to work on this Chainsaw Man video. But then I saw my editor's schedule and I'm like, shit, I do not have him for very long. So we have to prioritize Dandadan. I know. So that's the answer. I'm sorry. It's so depressing. People are going to hate me. I know, guys. Chainsaw Man ain't going anywhere. I just need that Dandadan video to come out first. Okay. Let me see. Wow, thanks for the loud gift. Medium must gift. Can I get gifted too, bro? LOL. I'm the only one that even said anything, bro. I don't know how the gifting membership shit works. Okay, it just does it randomly, man. No copyright will destroy the channel. I know, bro. I know. God, man, Shueisha's still coming after me. How late am I? You're only 38 minutes late, casual gamer. Dandadan Season 2 will be peak, well-deserved video. I hope Chainsaw Man at least has 400 chapters. We deserve it. Story's too good. Bro, I had a lot of people ask me, is Chainsaw Man Part 3 coming out last week? I don't know where a lot of that stuff was resurfacing. My thing is, I don't know if Fujimoto has it in him to do a Chainsaw Man Part 3. But if the Chainsaw Man Part 2 last arc is setting up like this Age of Devils and, you know, now we're fighting like angels, right? Like, have you guys seen like biblically accurate angels? Those things are scary as fuck. So, you know, we entertained, I don't even know if we said it last week, or maybe it was some other one, some other person's video I heard, where they're like, guys, what if the Age of Devils is like these angels fucking up Earth? And, you know, and for whatever reason, we'll find out that, like, devils, you know, have this cohabit existence with humans in the verse of Chainsaw Man to fight the biblically accurate angels, right? Like, yo, let me pull this shit up. Biblically, bro, your boy cannot spell. Please don't judge me, guys. Oh, my God. Accurate angels. Okay, guys, look at this shit. I want to see if you guys can see this clearly. Okay. Guys, check this out. Bro, you're telling me this shit don't terrify you? Hold on. Look at this shit, bro. Oh my God, bro. Ads. Get out of here. Biblically accurate descriptions of angels. Look at this shit and tell me you don't think Fujimoto is going to do something like this. The age of devils might be, yes, as Glacial said it here, some inverted rapture sort of thing. Like the fallout of the sky. And the entire time, even though devils have been complete assholes to humans because they're on Earth, the real reason they've been living on Earth is to help humanity fight off these fucking crazy ass angels, dude. Look at this shit, bro. Hello Today said, we're cooked. So, here we go. If Chainsaw Man Part 2 ends in this crazy climax where maybe we like somehow stop the Age of Devils from happening or this eternal war that Yoru has, right? Like, you know, we lost Makima in Part 1. So now we lose War at the end of this one or just one of the other horsemen. But it now sets up this thing of like, you know how there's a meme of like the Fast and Furious franchise going to fucking space? What if now like in Chainsaw Man Part 3, like we're going to fucking heaven and above to put all of this crazy devil shit to rest, you know? Be not afraid was spoken for the very reason. Evangelion. Thank you. Yes. We go fucking Evangelion with this shit. We go, what's that series where, oh my God, what's his name? Where they're like literally fighting God at the end of the show. It's like a show when they're like, oh my God, what's the anime? Guys, I have to pull up the playmat because I know it's from this anime. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm forgetting the name of this anime. Guys, what the hell is the name of this anime right here? This show. This show where they all live like underground and then they finally surface and then they realize like the whole narrative was completely off because they got to go fight fucking God in space. Gurren Lagann, thank you. Oh my God. Fujimoto can take this to a Gurren Lagann place. He can take it to an Evangelion place. A lot of people have also said Devilman Crybaby. I mean, look at this shit, bro. This shit don't scare you? That's a biblically accurate angel? What the fuck? Look at this. What the fuck? That is terrifying. What the fuck? Yo, and I think they had that shit like in Bayonetta too, right? Like, not the source Bayonetta is anything too accurate, but, you know, Bayonetta, you know, a little waifu baddie. And she's like, yeah, I gotta fight these fucking things from heaven, man. These angels are some real motherfuckers. Biblically accurate angels. Look at this. The Seraphim. I've been hearing that word a lot in One Piece. Look at that shit, man. Thrones. Bro, look at this angel, man. Some creepy ass sphere with eyeballs. So, to answer your question, could Chainsaw Man Part 3 be a thing? Yes, but, you know, just knowing Fujimoto and his track record for now, don't be upset if it ends at Part 2. And, you know, he finds a way to wrap this up. But, yeah, could we go to 400 chapters if we're introducing, you know, angels and we're going to space with the cast of Fast and Furious? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You know? Anyway, let's go back to the chapter. So anyway, we see Yoru having fun, you know what I'm saying? Someone might die. And then during their fun, we do see the fake Chainsaw Man appear. And Denji says, that one looks like a big shot. Watch its head. Yoru says bang. And again, because, see guys, I try to act like I know stuff with power scaling. I don't know jack shit about power scaling, right? Chainsaw Man, you know, I follow it to a T. You know, there's some room for debate with some things, of course. But how are you telling me that a fake Chainsaw Man who is now controlled by Death, which Death has gone on record saying, when I resurrect devils, they are at a fraction of their power. Maybe not a fraction, but like they're not 100%. So this resurrected fake Chainsaw Man point blank grabs its fucking cape to an attack of Yoru's bang, which, mind you, Yoru and Denji are much stronger thanks to the contract of the Fire Devil making these 300,000 people become more terrified of war and chainsaws. And, just even as a result, just what's happening in Japan specifically. And this fake Chainsaw Man fucking just did this, deflected that attack. Okay? Maybe I'm the only one who talked about it in the review, but god damn it, that shit got me so excited. A weaker fake Chainsaw Man just deflected Yoru's fucking bang? Is no one talking about how crazy that is? That's a fucking feat, dude. Right? I cannot be the only one getting too giddy about that shit, right? So anyway, fake Chainsaw Man looking like a fucking badass. Dude, that panel is so sick. Just deflecting the attack like it's nothing. Denji and Asa, or Yoru, fall. And then fake Chainsaw Man says, should Chainsaw Man be riding a bicycle with a baby girl? Nah, man. He says, don't tell me the hero of hell is flirting with a girl. And man, a lot of people love this too. That ain't my backstory, bub. Bro, going full Wolverine. I don't know how many people say bub. Says bub, okay? That ain't my backstory, bub. Ka-ching. You pull out the claws, motherfucker. But in this instance, he pulls the lever. He turns in the middle of a transformation. Fake Chainsaw Man says, I don't got fucking time for that. I'm going to put you out right now. And in mid-transformation, fake Chainsaw Man says, fuck that. I'm trying to kill him right now. Dude, relentless. Ruthless. Fake Chainsaw Man misses. Look at Denji. Mid-transformation. Says, nah, I gotcha, bitch. And one of the sickest panels in Chainsaw Man Part 2. God, I hate that I can't full screen this exactly. But you guys see it right here. Fake Chainsaw Man, the real Chainsaw Man, battling it out. He loses one of the arm, and then he says, are you aware of the mistake you've made? Now, could we get a double meaning here? Yes, no, let's discuss. He loses the arm, and he says, are you aware of the mistake you made? Like, motherfucker, do you realize now that you pissed me off, I'm going to beat your ass? That's how we can take it. We can also take it as, are you aware of the mistake you made? Going on the little earlier conversation, he said that the solitary warrior from hell, right? Solitary, right? Let's hear what he's trying to say. You are the lone wolf. You are the hero of hell. And you're flirting with the girl. We saw a few chapters ago how fake Chainsaw Man was fighting who he thought was Death, saying, your concept of humanity dying and being liberated from death is just a shitty mindset. Let humans make their own choices. And I am here to represent mankind, right? Fake Chainsaw Man, from what we saw, seemed like he's a good guy, right? We saw him even rescue Denji and Asa during the Falling Devil arc. And this preconceived notion of what he believes is justice, right? And he believes he made a contract with the Justice Devil, who's really the Fire Devil. He doesn't know that yet. But he is trying to prevent this Nostradamus prophecy from happening. I think he even says it when he was fighting against Fami a few chapters ago that, hey, I'm trying to prevent this Nostradamus prophecy from you, Death, who he thought was Death, but it was actually Fami. And now he's telling Denji, the lone warrior, the solitary warrior from hell, is flirting with a girl. So when he says, are you aware of the mistake you've made? Could he be strongly insinuating and implying that this entire time that you're flirting with a girl and doing other random shit, you should have been fighting with me or fighting in general to prevent this Nostradamus prophecy from happening? And then if you want to add some icing to the cake, then yes, You got rid of one of my arms. Everything with the Nostradamus prophecy is true, and now you piss me off. Are you aware of the mistake you've made? So we got is it a double entendre? I don't know if that's the correct literary word I'm trying to go here. But, there's a double meaning here of the mistake you've made. Because now you took out one of my arms, I'm pissed. And by the way, you're making a mistake of hanging out with a girl when you should be preventing this Nostradamus prophecy, right? Boy, this Invisalign is making your boy super dehydrated. Real Me says, One Piece, the only thing that can make it past 400 in this era, for real. Are we going to get a Hell arc? Dude, that would be so cool. One Punch Man power scaling is insane. Dude, I've heard, man. I got to get back on One Punch Man. Yoru nerfed? Yeah, maybe. Parry this, you casual. Yep, I reread that panel 4 times. What if Kishi is an enemy angel? I don't know. Denji's battle IQ has got to be one of the best in all of Shonen. Denji was trained by the best after all. Well said, guys. Well said. What if Aki comes back as an angel? Dude, that would be fucking nuts, dude. Denji trained by a fine wine after all. I swear, I'm the #1 Fire Devil Glazer or something. I've been talking about it the whole stream. Dude, I'm excited to see the Fire Devil too. Come on, man. We can do so many cool things with the Fire Devil. I'm super excited to see the Fire Devil. Chainsaw Man's twin brother. First the aging devil, now fake Chainsaw Man's crazy to think about, especially so soon to see each other in the story. What if one of those samurai cut moments, the next chapter is going to show you have a slash on his chest? I see what you're saying. Yep. Fake Chainsaw Man is Asa Goofy Dad. I think fake Chainsaw Man is the actual Chainsaw Man devil, but powered by fire because Pochita stole his name. Just my theory. Yeah, I also like that idea too. Like, what if Pochita just took the identity of the Chainsaw Man devil for whatever reason, right? For what a lot of people were saying, right? Like the symbolisms of like way back when, like chainsaws were made to like help women give birth, or if the labor goes wrong to use Chainsaw Man, right? Like thinking about that is so gruesome. And then we see here the symbolism of like Denji and Chainsaw Man's cutting down trees. And we learned in this verse, if you become a tree, you live long enough to be reincarnated back into Earth, right? Like, so there's all these like symbolisms of what chainsaws represent. And what if, for whatever reason, Pochita took the identity of Chainsaw Man for X, Y, and Z, and in actuality, it was used for something else, right? I don't know. Lots of crazy stuff to think about with that. DJ Miles, if I possibly made an anime, may I add you as my character? That is an interesting question. I don't even know how to answer that, man. Casual Gamer, do you think the Chainsaw Man complete story is fully written, or is Fujimoto creating it as he goes weekly? I think like any mangaka, he probably has like a beginning, middle, and end. And then, just to get to point A to point B, like it took forever to get to the sushi restaurant. I think he just had to quickly write it as fast as he can. But what makes it worse for us, right, is that, we have bi-weeks. We only get 14 to 15 pages, right? So, I think Fujimoto has pretty much written this out. But, what isn't written out is like the in-betweens, right? Like he knows how it's going to go. Like he knows how this battle with fake Chainsaw Man is going to go. We know... He probably knows the identity of the fake Chainsaw Man. Well, obviously, he knows the identity of fake Chainsaw Man. He fucking made the character. But you know what I'm saying, right? Like, I think he's making maybe some stuff along as he goes, but I think he already has this pretty much streamlined. So, I genuinely believe that part 2 will end before the movie comes out. Interesting. Rex says, I think he got a rough draft in his head. Yeah. Fire Devil's going to be the protagonist of Fire Punch. Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Make it Angie. Agni. I said Angie. Well, yeah, that would be very cool. So, But yeah, that is basically Chainsaw Man Part 2 in a nutshell. I'm scared to get a copyright strike, so I'm not going to show this panel any further. We'll see who the fake Chainsaw Man is. Oh my God, that biblically accurate angel is scary as fuck. I don't want to see that. That actually really terrifies me. I mean, look at this shit. Biblically accurate angel. Nope, that scares me. The angel future my grandma gave me. The angel figure I wanted. Oh my God, bro. Bro, look at this shit. Do not be afraid. Jesus loves you. Bro, I just want to... Oh my God, bro. The music scared me. Let me mute that shit. Let me ride this shit out. Nope. Nope. I'm done. I'm tapping out. Look at that shit, bro. You telling me that shit don't scare you? Oh, hell no. Nope. 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 That's scaring the fuck. Oh my God, bro. I'm sorry. We got to go back to this first one. Hell the fuck no. Oh my God, that is so scary. What the fuck? Bro, that shit really terrifies me. What the fuck, dude? No, man. I'm good, fam. I'm good. Oh my God, bro. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good, bro. Seraphim, Dominion, and Virtue coming in chapter 202. Mark my words. Prince, it was you who said Kishibe coming in chapter 200. Mark my words. Nah, bro. We can't listen to Prince no more, man. Sorry, Prince. Get out of here. You will become that one day, DJ Miles. Nah, man. I'm good. I'm good, man. You don't even want to know how powerful Biblical Angels is. Yeah, nah, I'm okay. I'm okay, man. Bro, can I just watch anime and play Persona? That's all I'm trying to do right now. I'm just trying to sling anime playmats, man. Where do you think Kishibe is right now? Bro, he's fucking in Hawaii reading something. I don't know, man. Kishibe should have been here for a hot minute. I wanted to invest in Kishibe socks. I chose wrongly. Prince Rollins exposed. Get out of the chat. No, I'm kidding, man. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Now let's go to this tier list, which someone said earlier that this Spy to Getty apparently blocks people for having different opinions. I mean, okay. Already L. But let's see their argument for ranking these devils in the way that they have ranked them. Okay. We got Quan Chi at 10th, Power at 9th, Santa at 8, Gun Devil at 7, Makima at 6. Tied for 5th is Yoru and Pochita. 4 is the Darkness Devil. 3 is Falling. 2 is Aging. And 1 is Death. Now, what I see here on Twitter is this creator saying Darkness is actually carried by aura and presentation so bad it's sad. It's so funny because I don't know what the rest of this person's takes are for the rankings, but I actually agree with this statement wholeheartedly. I think a lot of people just love Darkness Devil because its presence in Chainsaw Man was so menacing and so short, and we saw it like just one shot and cripple many of the staff during the International Assassins arc. And the Darkness Devil truly has some of the craziest aura in the verse, without a doubt. Now, is it above Falling? Or is it below Falling and Aging? I don't know. We'll have to see. But I want to go here, starting off the bottom with Quan Chi and Power. Now, I think this is questionable that Quan Chi is below Power. This is something I do not agree with. I don't agree with this because, well, let's just see it. Let's just read the comments. Makima should be higher. I don't care about that. I want to hear the conversation with Power. What the hell is Quan Chi going to do when her blood turns from inside to out? Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, Power above Quan Chi. What the hell is Quan Chi going to do when her blood turns from inside to out? Quan Chi at full power is not getting killed by Power before she headshots the fuck out of her 360 no scope style. Plus, she's immortal. Blood Devil Power is faster than Quan Chi. Okay, we don't have any stats to back this up. So yes, okay, I already see the first L take. Blood Devil Power is faster than Quan Chi. Can anyone find the manga panel or explanation to back that statement? She doesn't have the range though. Honestly, I put Quan Chi a little bit under Gun Devil for her range and speed alone. What is Quan Chi doing when she gets this done to her? Okay, first of all, we don't know how fast this attack is. And Quan Chi is a hybrid, like this person has stated. They are immortal. Unless Power takes off her head with one of those emerging blood blades, she's clipping the fuck out of Power before she can even see her. Yeah, I kind of agree. You do realize that hybrids that aren't Denji and maybe Reze can only regenerate through drinking blood. Like, Denji's more versatile regeneration is exclusive to him. All of them can regenerate by activating their devil transformation trigger, but granted, some are harder to activate than others. Like mid-fight, like Katana Man. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what else they got here. This has to be bait. No way you said this only to post the worst list I've seen in my life. Okay, so I just want to see a quick guide to Chainsaw Man power scaling. Do they have blood? Yes. Power solos? No. Okay. So here's I don't think I want to read anymore. I think just off rip, I don't believe that Power is stronger than Quan Chi. And we have to keep in mind this too, right? If you told me... Oh, actually, let me just ask you guys. I want to see what you guys have to say about this. Power versus Quan Chi. Who wins? Power. Quan Chi. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, I think Quan Chi beats Power. Every time. Maybe there's some simulation, right? We run the mathematical equation. Maybe Power can come on top. I do like the argument that, yes, Power can manipulate and turn your blood and fuck you up from the inside out. I agree. But we saw when Power did that to herself, I think during the Katana Man arc, when like Kishibe was training them, like that like consumed a lot of power, right? To do. Right, to like fuck with someone else's blood, it takes too much of her like stamina. And what I wanted to get at is that we have to keep in mind everything, right? Power is important, but what's also important, battle IQ. Okay, so even if we put blood Power, right, blood Power's true devil form against Quan Chi's hybrid form. Power is a fucking idiot. Quan Chi would just outsmart Power. And that alone, I think, is a reason to put Quan Chi above Power. 71%, 72% says Quan Chi. Guys, like, I'm sorry. Even if those blood blades come raining down and fucks up Quan Chi, as someone mentioned earlier, Quan Chi, I think, is just much faster. So Quan Chi has the speed. She has the battle IQ. And she is, what, like, the first devil hunter or, like, you know, one of the most powerful people for a reason because she just has so much experience. So I think that alone, Quan Chi is just above Power. Okay. Now, Santa Claus is above both of them. Yeah, Santa Claus has a pretty fucking broken ability. And we did see in the International Assassins arc, once she's like fully powered, Santa Claus, right? If she touches you, you're basically turning into a doll. Now, granted, we didn't see if it would have worked on a hybrid. So this is where it kind of gets dicey, right? Full powered Santa Claus against full powered Quan Chi. I mean, it's kind of hard to see. And now it's really hard to have this conversation because it's like, well, we can't have Santa Claus full powered and not have her like army of like perfect dolls she created or clones of dolls, right? Like Santa Claus battle arsenal includes like the minions she would touch and manipulate to turn into perfect dolls or dolls in general, right? And if these dolls touch you once, you're fucked. Or wait, no, if Santa Claus touches you once, you're fucked. Could it work on a hybrid? I don't know. We never got that answer. But if someone wants to say Quan Chi could beat Santa, I'm not opposed. But just given off the evidence we have, I personally would rank Santa above Quan Chi. But it's not like there's not a huge gap, right? It's like they're right here. I just think Santa has better tools to make that fight go in her favor. So let me see what the comments say before we get to the Gun Devil, right? This is Power's devil form, but we're talking about Power as Fiend, so her full power wasn't used. Quan Chi was moving in lightning speed. The Devil May Cry inspiration is crazy in this manga. Quan Chi has more battle experience, period. She's equal to Kishibe in combat. Bat Devil heals off blood at the start of the series. Yeah, but we're also talking about like Power the Fiend, right? Like I'm talking about the Blood Devil, not the Fiend Blood Devil, right? Let me see. Whatever logic they're using Power skill, the higher TLs has to be mental if they made Power beat Quan Chi. Yeah. Blood Devil versus Quan Chi. Blood Devil stomps. Ooh, Prince says Blood Devil stomps. Okay. Man, everyone is going crazy here in this comment section. Blood Devil at full power might be stronger than Quan Chi, but not as Power. Yeah, that's fine, guys. Let me argue for Power's sake. Yeah, if you guys want to say Blood Devil is stronger than Quan Chi, that is fine. But is she faster and is she as smart as Quan Chi? I don't know. I think a lot of devils in the verse, period, are just dumb. I think they're just dumb. And I think just based off battle IQ and intelligence, like, if we want to say blood, we're not talking about Power anymore. Let's just talk about the Blood Devil, right? If the Blood Devil, you want to give the strength category, I'm okay with that. I'm just saying the speed and the battle IQ and experience Quan Chi has, she can figure out what to do. That's all I'm saying. Theoretically, fully realized Power should win against Quan Chi. Okay. There's a lot of people defending Blood Devil here. The real Famine Devil, I'm pretty sure, is stronger than Power. Yeah, I mean, it's a horseman. Yeah, battle experience trumps raw power in this case. Yeah, I get Power as a Fiend, but Kishibe, da-da-da-da. Yeah, oh, yeah, we're just talking about that. 25% of your audience have not been reading Chainsaw Man trolling or accidentally picked the wrong opinion. Ooga Booga says, hi, Miles in chat. What's going on? Okay, so we're done. We're done with the Quan Chi and Power thing, right? Let's end it. Quan Chi is... There we go. Okay, so now let's ask the poll again. So, Santa versus Quan Chi. Who wins? Santa, Quan Chi. Okay. I made my case. We're not gonna dwell too much on it. I don't think there's a lot we can kind of go off that I didn't already say. Ooh, look at that. A lot of people on Team Santa. DJ Miles, Denji versus Yuji. Who you got? I mean, maybe Yuji, right? And the real question is which Yuji are we talking about, right? Fully powered Yuji at the end of JJK? Santa with or without darkness? Oh, yeah, okay. Good question, Carlos. No, we cannot include the fragment of the Darkness Devil. We include the fragment. Yeah, it's fucking is done. Is done for Quan Chi. Is done. Yeah. Santa without the Darkness Devil's powers, because that's cheating, right? That's cheating. No. We're going strictly on Santa versus Quan Chi. I think, okay, like the argument of power and Quan Chi, right? Where I think power can defeat Quan Chi. I'm not arguing that. I think Quan Chi can defeat Santa. I just think Santa has a broken fucking power. And I think, again, we didn't see it. If Santa touches a weapons / hybrid, could she control Quan Chi? And is that GG? Quan Chi mid-diff Santa. Ooh, Carmelo coming in hot. It depends if she has the darkness. No, we are no darkness buff. No darkness buff. Yeah, the end of JJK, or we could do the beginning. Bro, no shot fucking. I'm sorry, dude. I love Chainsaw Man. Dude, Yuji, I think, just stomps fucking Chainsaw Man. I don't know, man. Santa would eventually win. Santa has dolls all around the world. Quan Chi can't handle that. Yeah. Okay. All right. It seemed like this one is pretty decided. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we agree here, right? Santa beats Quan Chi. Yeah, that's fine. I think the argument for Quan Chi is there. I think she can do something. Now, let's go ahead and fucking put the two together. This is an interesting one. Didn't think we'd be doing a poll on these two characters. But who wins here? Okay. Who wins between the two? Gun Devil? Santa. I mean, this is interesting. I don't even know how to approach this. How do we even approach this battle? Gun Devil versus Santa? Yeah, I mean... Everyone 100% Gun Devil, right? Yeah, I don't know what Santa's doing to the Gun Devil. And we have to keep in mind, this Gun Devil was so fucking scary at 20%. Keep in mind, this Gun Devil we saw was at 20%. I mean, fuck's sakes. The Gun Goddess is a part of the Gun Devil. Can you imagine these two fucking things fusing? Guys, holy cow. I mean, dude, oh my God. Give me something that we're never going to see in Chainsaw Man. God, Fujimoto, please prove me wrong. Guys, can you imagine if we saw the fucking a hybrid of the fucking Gun Devil with the Gun Goddess? Bro, give me that fusion, please. We don't even know what percentage of the Gun Goddess is part of the Gun Devil, right? I mean, well, let me ask you guys. You guys believe the Gun Goddess is a part of the Gun Devil? Or is the Gun Goddess like a different entity? I think the Gun Goddess is just a part of the fucking Gun Devil. Like the Exodia pieces, okay? That is fucking hilarious. Bro, we need the other pieces of fucking Exodia, okay? Bro, okay. Here we go. 20% was the fucking head. So we got the head and then we got one of the left arms, okay? This shit, the Gun Goddess is just the fucking left arm. And this fucking version we saw was the fucking head of Exodia, okay? Yeah, people are saying yes. Yes, I believe she's a part of him. Gun Children. Just tuned in, but darkness is automatically number one, right? It never died and was struck in hell. Ooh, don't worry. We're going to get there. We're going to get to the fucking Darkness Devil. Let's just go off of the, I was going to say the semantics. My dumbass ain't making sense right now. We're just having this fun conversation of Gun Devil versus Santa Claus, okay? Yeah, you know what? Let's not entertain this too much. Gun Devil beats Santa Claus. Can Santa pull something out of her ass? Maybe, but bro, I'm telling you, the fucking Gun Devil is this fucking creepy ass face of Exodia right here, bro. All I now want to know, the only thing on my mind is, give me fucking the Gun Devil at 100%. Pause. Right? I want people to take this shit in, dude. Give me the Gun Devil at 100%. Are we ever going to get that? Probably not. But holy cow, man. You assemble the tank and the gun as her gauntlets. Do you think Guts could solo Chainsaw Man University Evolves? Bro, I don't know, man. Man, Guts have gone through so much shit. I don't even know where we start with this fucking battle. Could Guts fight the characters of Chainsaw Man? That's a video. Okay, that's a video in the making. Don't expect me on releasing that anytime soon, but that is actually pretty funny. Could Guts solo the Chainsaw Man universe? I don't know. That, you know what? I'm actually going to fucking write that down for a potential video idea. Thank you very much. Could Guts solo the Chainsaw Man verse? Oh my God. I don't even know where the fuck I start with that video, but that sounds like a video. Okay. Anyway, so let's not derail too much. This is just cool. Exodia, fucking the gun goddess. Okay, you get the picture. Makima above the Gun Devil. Now, we saw this play out. Makima won. Because, again, much similar to the Power and Quan Chi battle here, Makima is one of the smartest people in this verse. She made contracts. She manipulated her way, finessed her way to be one of the most dangerous threats in this verse. I think this is kind of one of those weird battles of like, if Batman could prepare to fight Superman, Batman would win every time. I think Makima, knowing how to defeat the Gun Devil and how to counteract it, right? I think the Gun Devil, like, strength is just crazy beyond reach. We've seen this with the Gun Goddess. We've seen this with the destruction of the Gun Devil in part 1. But Makima found a way to defeat the Gun Devil. I think we are okay with Makima being above Gun Devil, right? Is anyone arguing otherwise? Can anyone say anything else here with Gun Devil versus Makima? Make it once, make it twice. Makima loses to death and ties with Yoru at number 2. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love that. I love that. Please make a Guts solo Chainsaw Man with no operator for April Fools next year. Okay. All right. Maybe it'd be like a collab video. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have Makima above Gun Devil. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yoru and Pochita at number 5. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Right? I think they're comparable. I think what we saw in the previous arc, you know, everyone is scared of war. Everyone is scared of chainsaws. Hypothetically speaking, from the narrative that we got, yeah, they're right here, right? Like, war was way weaker, but then, you know, people also, keep in mind, everyone loved Chainsaw Man in the beginning of part 2, right? So being scared of chainsaws isn't really a thing. People even idolize Chainsaw Man as a hero. Yeah, he's maybe not there. Everyone got scared of war and chainsaws. They're kind of here. We saw them duke it out. Granted, Pochita maybe didn't want to kill Yoru because, you know, he knows that Denji has feelings for Asa and all that stuff. Yeah, they're here, right? I don't know. I guess if it was like a full battle to the death and Pochita took it seriously, we did see Pochita. Well, no, I was going to say we did see Pochita like almost kill Yoru, but that was before, you know, she didn't have one arm, and then she made the contract with Gauntlet and Tank, right? So, yeah, Yoru and Pochita both in 5th. Fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that, right? Pochita has Hayanera lore buff. I know, bro. Give me the flashback, bro. Give me the flashback. Okay. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and talk about the fucking big cheese in the room, Darkness Devil. Okay. A lot of people had a lot of conversation to say about Darkness Devil being below falling and aging. Okay. This is now where the video becomes a video, and I think, guys, I'm going to make a video on this tier list. This is interesting because despite this content creator blocking people for having different opinions and maybe being a little snotty in his response, there's actually some things I tend to agree with what this guy has to say. I think that a lot of people is glazing Darkness Devil based on aura alone, right? If we're putting aura into the category, yes, Darkness Devil's aura is more menacing than Aging Devil and Falling Devil without a doubt. And keep in mind that Darkness Devil, to continue the glazing of Darkness Devil, right, took out all of these people in one shot, right? I mean, he's doing work, man. Quan Chi, Aki, Beam, Denji was a part of the fight. Denji tries fighting Darkness Devil, and then he does his fucking genjutsu of all those fucking screaming heads, and Denji's knocked out. But then we see Makima damage the Darkness Devil. Okay. Oh boy. I feel like we have to go back. Okay. Darkness Devil versus Makima. Can anyone tell me what chapter Darkness Devil and Makima is? Look at this. A point everyone misses when debating Makima versus Darkness Devil. Okay, let me see this. Let's see if there's something good for here. Man, yeah. I mean, it's so hard to have this conversation because now we have to have the conversation of Makima versus Darkness Devil. Someone tell me what chapter Darkness Devil versus Makima is. We got to go to Viz. All right. What I want to get at with this is that I think the Darkness Devil is strong. We saw the Darkness Devil one-shot a lot of public safety devil hunters. Granted, they were fodder. I don't think any of them knew how to handle the Darkness Devil, for sure. Let me see. Darkness Devil, I think it's chapter 64. Yep, here we go. Welcome to Hell. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, let's see the feats of Darkness Devil. Basically, one-shots all of these guys right here. Now, again, Quan Chi isn't defeated because she can regenerate and shit. She's a weapons. Here we go. Let's go to the next chapter. I just want to get to the battle of Makima and Darkness. Okay, Beam is gone. R.I.P. Beam. Denji tries to put in dent in Darkness. Does absolutely nothing. Violence Fiend tries to do something. Boom. One shot. Out cold. God damn, dude. The aura of the Darkness Devil cannot be understated. We know the Darkness Devil has crazy aura. Okay? Here we go. Angel, one of the strongest people. Does nothing. Spider Devil can't do shit. Okay, here we go. Now, Makima versus Darkness Devil. What we see. Boom. Just one of her attacks alone damages the Darkness Devil, right? And this doesn't look like it's any fodder attack, right? We just saw all these other people try to attempt to damage Darkness Devil. Does nothing. Makima does some heavy damage here. Now, Makima ends up walking to this guy. I forgot his name. Soviet Union guy. Darkness Devil ends up facing Makima. Boom. Her fingers twisted. Her arm twisted. He's going to come with this blade. I offer you all of myself, so please send us back. And that's all we see, right? She gets stabbed. She's obviously heavily injured herself, Makima. And this is where it gets hard because, like, okay. You can argue that, like, they were fighting hell, but they were also like in the domain of the Darkness Devil, right? Like, bro, Darkness Devil having a home field advantage, what does that do against to Makima? I don't know, because this is where it becomes very nuanced, because Makima also made a contract that says she's going to keep on regenerating until the entire population of Japan dies. So if Makima can fight the Darkness Devil, let's just say hypothetically speaking, 1,000,000 times, I think she's going to figure out a way to fight the Darkness Devil and maybe win. But the argument isn't here. Do I think Makima is stronger than the Darkness Devil? No, I do think the Darkness Devil is stronger than Makima. It is a primal fear, and primal fears have never died, right? But just off of one attack, it injures it, and then she's not even running to this motherfucker. She is casually walking to this guy and says, hey, we got to go back to Earth, okay? I trust Mappa, but I hope Mappa debuts Darkness Devil right. Same here. Same here. The primals are all capable of being damaged by baseline attacks like gunfire, so I don't think we should hold Darkness getting damaged by Makima against it. Okay, I like that. Makima ran. I think it confirms it. Dude, does this look like Makima's running? I don't see Makima running. Oh, you're saying running away from the battle. But the point here wasn't like her trying to fight Darkness Devil, right? Like, no, she's just trying to go back to Earth, and she needs everyone to go back to Earth. I don't think this is her, like, running away. It's like, yeah, you're a problem, but I'm not trying to fight you, right? Makima has force attacks that can get through Darkness Barrier, but Falling and Aging Devil lack the means to hurt Darkness. I mean, okay, yeah, so let's just go back, because I'm derailing myself here. Okay, let's see what people are saying here. I get Aging is stronger than Darkness, but absolutely not Falling Devil is greater than Darkness. Also, if Pochita canonically equals Yoru, Makima, Fami, and Gun, I feel like that should knock Yoru down a notch, maybe Makima's tier. Let me see. I want to see more petitions about why Darkness is beneath Falling and Aging. The Quan Chi stuff. Okay. Darkness is actually carried by aura and presentation so bad it's sad. Okay, let me see what people are saying this. I say this more based on logic. It seems to me that the fear of the unknown is the second strongest fear, surpassed only by death. Even demons fear the unknown, and if you think about it, part of the fear of death comes from not knowing what lies ahead. Almost like the way a character is presented in manga matters. Okay, Darkness is difficult to rank because its whole thing is being inscrutable. I agree. I think Aging is the weakest of them just because it didn't feel like he did much. Falling is probably the most powerful on a global scale, considering she's pretty much a natural disaster. Darkness feels more oriented towards combat, but not as dangerous as Falling, but more powerful. That is a very interesting comment. Falling is probably the most powerful on a global scale, considering she's pretty much a natural disaster. Okay, I like that. However, Darkness feels more oriented towards combat. Not as dangerous as Falling, but more powerful. That is, I actually agree that I agree with that. I agree with that. It's almost like presentation is a visual narrative device to show how powerful a character is when words alone aren't sufficient. Okay. Okay, this is okay. I see now. Okay, it just came to me. Tell me how you guys feel. I'm gonna put Falling Devil out of this for a second. Okay. This is where this conversation becomes problematic, because we saw. Okay, let me actually just make the post. Let me make the poll. Right, I'm gonna take Falling Devil out of this. Let's just put Aging versus Darkness. Okay. Who wins? Now, I think a lot of people are going to say Darkness. But if we put everything that we know, right? Isn't this conversation almost one-sided. See, I knew a lot of people were glazing. Guys, you guys are glazing darkness. Okay, here's the thing. Aging Devil doesn't give a shit about fighting. So because Aging Devil doesn't care and it wants to die, it's like, oh my God, I gotta fight darkness? Okay, yeah, just kill me. I don't want to think about this shit, right? But then here's the other thing. Aging Devil went through pain, like Falling Devil did, right, against Pochita, and it's like, oh my God, this hurts so much. So what damage and raw output can darkness do to aging? I think a lot. However, are we all forgetting, if someone didn't say it already in the comment section, if Aging Devil was forced to fight darkness, can't the Aging Devil do this? Thanos snap, go in my fucking ultimate, go in my domain expansion. One, now your powers are fucking nerfed. You can't use them. And you know what? And if I don't want to fight you, you're stuck in my fucking domain expansion. Isn't that the conversation? Bro, did I just solve it? I don't know why it took me this long to think about. Guys, couldn't aging just trap darkness in its domain expansion? That's it. GG. Goodbye. Am I missing something here? Domain expansion, that motherfucker. Your powers don't work, and now you're stuck in my domain. That's it. Now, Double Bastard is saying, if darkness is immortal, then none of aging's attack would work since the darkness devil doesn't age. No, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm saying aging can just put darkness devil in its fucking domain with the snap, right? That's it. That's GG's. Bro, why is people still glazing darkness devil? Now, again, this is what makes this conversation fun and hard to scale, because we only got a few chapters with the darkness devil. And yeah, we got a few chapters with the aging devil, but we know more of what the aging devil is capable of. And if the aging devil effortlessly put Yoru and the Black Chainsaw Man in its fucking domain expansion like a snap, like a Thanos snap, I'm inclined to believe it can do it with the darkness devil. I don't know, man. This is... Darkness exists in any universe. Yeah, we're not arguing that shit, bro. I'm not arguing that shit. Do y'all think Makima would be stuck in the aging world? She can communicate between worlds, so she may be able to call upon Princey to summon her. Maybe. I don't know. Darkness is way more of a primal fear than aging. Being afraid of aging is a luxury. Guys. I think we're forgetting something here. We got to put all the fucking stats. We got to put battle IQ. We have to put strength. We have to put fucking their weaknesses, right? Like, here's the thing, right? Let me glaze the darkness devil, right? Aging devil doesn't give a fuck about living, right? So if aging devil just said, just fucking kill me, right? Okay, darkness devil wins. But that's too boring, okay? Now, aging devil, we don't know how it talks, how it fucking does its thing, but we know that its attacks, right? I think strength-wise, yeah, I think darkness devil is stronger than the aging devil. But I think just off the context of what we know, if aging devil puts fucking darkness in his domain expansion, is GG. Now, let's say aging devil couldn't do that. Okay, this is a better conversation. Okay. Now, this is where it becomes complicated, because we didn't really see the aging devil fight, but we saw the darkness devil fight. But we also saw the darkness devil take damage, right? Remember this. We did see the darkness devil take damage against Makima's bang. And I would argue that Yoru and especially Black Chainsaw Man, is way stronger than Makima. And we just saw Aging Devil disintegrate the gun goddess, right? Like bullet, like no problem. So yeah, we didn't really see Aging fight, but we did see Aging disintegrate Yoru's gun blast like it was fodder. And I am inclined to believe that Yoru and Black Chainsaw Man at this point in the story is way stronger than Makima. And Makima, now again, this is where it gets problematic. I think that attack that Makima did on Darkness Devil looked like a fucking heavy attack. That Darkness Devil was fucking bleeding profusely, okay? This shit don't look like a scratch, okay? Makima hurt this motherfucker, okay? I don't care what you say. Look at this. Dude, Darkness Devil got damaged for the first time and is like, what the fuck was that? And then Makima didn't even choose to continue battling it. She walked. Oh my God, bro. She walked to this fucking guy and says, hey, take us back to Earth. I don't know, bro. Makima injured the Darkness Devil. Okay? And I think Yoru and Chainsaw Man can definitely take on Makima. And the Aging Devil disintegrated one of Yoru's most powerful attacks like it was fucking cannon fodder. But we didn't see what else it could do. So, look, man. Let me ask you guys this. You see this sword this Darkness Devil has? If the Darkness Devil threw the sword, right? You don't think the Aging Devil's gonna grab that fucking sword and it's like, nah, I'm disintegrating this shit. What if it turns out that Makima was way stronger than the Four Horsemen except death? There's durability. Doesn't matter if they can infinitely regenerate. Yoru is more destructive. Darkness literally recovered after a second. I mean, I don't... Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. But, like, Makima... Like, okay, my thing is... Let's say Makima continued battling Darkness. Let's say Makima didn't have to go to Earth, right? Okay. Makima can die at least 19 million... Whatever the population of Japan is. Makima has the amount to die equivalent to the millions of people in Japan. And I think Makima would figure out a way to damage the Darkness Devil enough to maybe pull out with a dub. I don't know. This is a very hard conversation to have. I'm just saying, guys, whatever you want to believe, the glazing. Why do I got music on iTunes playing right now? Oh, okay, I don't have any music. I'm just saying, you don't think Aging Devil is gonna grab this fucking sword, this little cute sword, and fucking disintegrate that shit like it did to Yoru's bang? I don't know, man. I don't know. We're not talking about Falling Devil here. I saw someone with the donation. I think we're getting nowhere here. Not to ask a dumb Reed with the $4.99 donation. Thank you so much. Not to ask a dumb question, but didn't Falling technically die because death has an effigy of her? Or does that not count as a death? That is a very excellent question. So, here's the thing though. Yes, right? Like, did Falling Devil technically die? Okay, we also have to put the personality in there, right? So, did Falling Devil look at death and it's like, oh my God, it would be an honor if I would die for you? Maybe that was the context of it, right? Like, death is like, hey, Falling Devil, I have to use you, but to use you, you have to die. So can I kill you? Falling Devil would probably be like, yeah, sure. Anything for fucking Lady Death, right? So does that not count as a death? Yeah, I think that does. Yeah, so there we go. A Primal Fear was defeated. A Primal Fear died for the sake of plot. For the sake of plot, etc. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I see a lot of people glazing Darkness Devil. I'm just saying, if 73% of you says Darkness Devil beats Aging, that's fine. I just want people to think that I don't think it's as one-sided as you think it is. Right? But we have to put their personalities. We have to put battle IQ. We have to put the fucking feats. We have to put, the raw destruction power, right? I think Darkness Devil maybe can output stronger attacks than Aging. But we also saw Aging like fucking grab the most powerful attacks and turn them into dust. So I don't know. I just think Aging Devil. So just to be devil's advocate, I'm going to put Aging above Darkness just off of that. We're not talking about people are more scared of fucking Darkness than Aging. No. I'm saying who wins in a battle against the Aging Devil versus the Darkness Devil. I'm not arguing the semantics of like what people are more scared of. Okay, Darkness Devil has more stronger attacks because more people are scared of Darkness than Aging. Congrats. I'm just saying, based on the evidence that we've seen here, Aging Devil can disintegrate any fucking attack like it's nothing. Now, could it do that against a Primal Fear? I don't know. That's why we're having this conversation. So, where's that goddamn tier list, bro? Where's that tier list? I'm going to put Aging above Darkness. Maybe it's a hot take. I don't know. I like it, though. Now, Falling Devil over Darkness. Who wins here? Oh, boy. Where the fuck do we start with this, man? Falling versus Darkness. I mean, who's winning here, man? I think I already know what the fucking Glazer are going to say here. This one, I think maybe is a little easier for me to say. I think if we're going, oh God, all of you fucking gluck, 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 gluck. Man, you guys are grabbing that Darkness long and gluck, 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 gluck to the fucking moon, dude. You got gluck, gluck, gluck all the way to hell. God, all of you guys just fucking glucking on that fucking Darkness Devil fucking slong, man. Gluck, gluck, gluck. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me see what people are saying here. Ooh, wow. A lot of people are fucking, okay. We're seeing some fucking 50-50s here. Darkness a little bit over. Okay. Aging gonna say, nah, I win. I personally think Aging wins against Darkness. The second Fire Devil appears, I'm gonna start glazing it like crazy. Dude, me too. Give me that Fire Devil slong, dude. Aging was willing to die for Chainsaw Man. Not enough info on Primal Fear versus Primal Fear interactions. Yes, of course. I am definitely more scared of Aging, but to fear Darkness, you don't even have to understand time. Yep, I love it. Sure, Aging dies, but he regenerates in a second. We've not seen Devil use his power. Full Strength Falling, right? I think the one that we see in the story is not. Sorry, Darkness is an aura farmer. Look, man, if this was who has the most aura in Chainsaw Man, then Darkness Devil comes in first. Okay, fine. Darkness is just built different. Darkness murders Mommy Falling and Fammy. It's kind of tasty though. Will gladly glaze my glorious aura farming Primal Fire. Falling was seen to destroy the world rather than the characters. However, it was not at the mercy of death. So we are going damage-wise. The Falling Devil did more. Man, yeah. I don't know where to even start this. Why did I get rid of the Twitter? Let me open up Twitter again. Let me go back to the bookmark. The bookmark. Here we go. Okay. Let me see their argument for Falling being above Darkness. This one I think is a little bit harder for me to pick. Okay, where am I going? Where am I going here? Where's the tier list? Tier list. Where the hell is this tier list? Okay. I want to see what they have to say about Falling being above Darkness. Because again, we got to put all the stats. We got to put the battle IQ. We got to put their destructive force. We got to put their powers. All that shit, right? Let me see what they say here about falling. Falling. Oh, yeah. This comment earlier. I do like this. Okay. Falling is probably the most powerful on a global scale, considering she's pretty much a natural disaster. Darkness feels more oriented towards combat, not as dangerous as falling, but more powerful. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I actually like that. So, okay, let's say this is true. Falling is more of a natural disaster. Darkness is more combat oriented. As a result, being more powerful. So, on an attack level, is darkness more powerful than falling? Okay. Yes, I think I can agree with that. But its destructive force as the falling is more destructive against darkness. I agree with that too. Okay, so now we're pinning the two characters together and we're using the destructive force of falling on the darkness devil. What can it do? I mean, is the destructive force of falling doing anything to darkness? I don't know, right? Like, would the darkness devil care, right? Like, if it's, let's just say it's a close combat attacker. I think darkness is doing more to falling. And we've seen the falling devil just easily take attacks from people. But to be fair, even during the falling devil arc, it didn't really give a shit, right? It's like, oh my God, Chainsaw Man, you're just like she was just annoyed that she was taking attacks from Denji, yeah? So this is the problem, because all these primal fears can regenerate, they never really die, but then technically, from the donation, I think that's how that happened, right? Like, I think, okay, Falling Devil did die and became a pawn for death, but I think it's because she willingly did that. I don't think Falling Devil saw death and it's like, I'm a primal fear, I can do whatever the fuck I want, I'm gonna fight you. No, I think Death is like, let's just say, is the leader, right? Amongst all devils, right? Death, right? And it's like, hey, Falling, I need you to work for me, but in order for that to happen, I need you to die, right? So Falling Devil's like, yeah, of course, yeah, you're my goddess, right? So, you know, I think what's scary thinking about it is that Falling Devil caused gravitational shifts to the world. And remember what Death's powers of resurrection does. I kill the devil, I bring them back, but they are at a fraction of their power. They lose some power. So the Falling Devil, which was resurrected by Death, caused gravitational shifts to the planet Earth at a fraction of its power. So what would the Falling Devil do at full power? I don't know. We also know the Falling Devil can tap into the mind of people and make them think like dark thoughts or use the trauma that they have against them. That's a very good ability. Now, if Falling Devil tried to do what she did to Asa and Denji to Darkness, what trauma does the Darkness Devil have? I don't know. It's a fucking primal fear. So that ability wouldn't really do anything, I don't think, to Darkness. Unless Darkness is quite literally scared of its own power, right? Like, I don't know. This is really hard. Falling has a laser that can potentially nerf Darkness healing if it's a light source. Interesting. Falling high diffs Darkness. All people are born fearing it. We don't get a good understanding of Darkness' reaction to everything, so they could just have not given a shit the whole time. We still don't know how lethal Death's panty shot attack is. So full strength Fall Devil is crazy strong. Longest DJ Miles stream for a post-chapter W stream. Bro, because we arguing the fucking semantics here, bro. Now that I think about it, that's actually fucking crazy. Double Bastard says, I don't know, falling attacks have only ever consisted of causing people to fall up or down, holding them down with gravity. Miles, you should stand on business and reply to this tweet. What's oh. But what am I saying? I think the only thing I disagree now that like we're all talking out loud is that shit. I don't. I mean, falling above darkness. I thought that was a little crazy at first, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, does darkness beat falling? What math are we using to calculate this, bro? Bro, fucking, my brain, dude. That's it. Got to go. Good night. See you in 2 weeks. Take care, Robin. Have a good night. Thank you. Falling has a laser that could potentially nerf darkness healing if it's a light source. I didn't even think about that. Hold on. Can you explain that more in detail? What do you mean it has a laser? I don't remember Falling having a laser. Falling has a laser that can potentially nerf darkness healing. So full strength, let me see. I still can't believe darkness flashed everyone. I just wanted to get this out there, but Yoshida is the Octopus Devil. He's the Eldritch Horror Devil, Cthulhu, calling it now. Yeah, I think, what's his name? Hiding in Public made a video about that. Like, Yoshida's like Cthulhu or whatever. Or Cthulhu is going to be something in this verse or in this show. Yeah. I thought it was crazy at first, but now where we are, yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. DJ Miles, a power scaler. She shoots a laser at Justice. Oh shit, that's right. Okay, yeah, let's go to that real quick. Okay, let me see this shit. I think what chapter? Yeah, let's go 130. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. She gets pissed at the Justice Devil. Oh, yeah, dude. Fucking solar flare, that motherfucker. Special beam cannon. Oh, shit. Okay. I mean, now we're just going to argue really fucking more semantics. Is that attack? Could it be a fucking light beam? I totally forgot. Darkness Devil's glaring weakness. The sun. The power of the fucking sun. Light. Okay, let's just go with scenario number one. If this light beam, this laser, has any inkling of fucking light, that's fucking GG's to the Darkness Devil. Okay, and let's pretend now it doesn't contain any source of light, but it's a laser? No, isn't that the problem? Are lasers a light source? Oh my God, bro, we opening up Chat GPT now. Okay, hold on. Is a laser a source of light? Okay, that's it. Chi-Chi. Sorry. That's it. That's fucking raps. Yes, a laser, short for light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation, is a source of light, but is very specific and unique kind. Unlike regular light from like a lamp or the sun, a laser light is monochromatic. It's a very specific color. All the light waves are in sync, moving together. It travels in a tight focus beam instead of spreading out. So while it's definitely a source of light, it's much more controlled and intense than typical light sources. That's why lasers can be used for things like cutting metal, scanning barcodes, performing eye surgery, and even concert DJ setups. I don't know, bro. That's it. Okay, that's it. We solved it. That's it. I don't know what the Darkness Devil fucking lasers are gonna say to that. I don't know, bro. Is it a laser or just an illustration of a gravity wave? Bro, look. I mean, what else does this look like to you? I don't know, man. That shit looks like a... Bro, I don't know, man. Look, even if I said that's special beam cannon, isn't the special beam cannon fucking... Oh, ask ChatGPT who would win. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT anyway. Who would win in the Chainsaw Man series? The primal fear, darkness, or the primal fear, falling devil? Explain your reasoning if you had to pick one. Okay. Ooh! ChatGPT says Darkness Devil wins. Okay. If I had to pick one, I say Darkness Devil would win over the Falling Devil, even though both are insanely terrifying primal fears. Let's break it down. Primal fear of the dark, arguably one of the most ancient universal fears. No argument there. Doesn't even exist in the physical world. It lives in hell and operates on a plane beyond most devils. Yeah, but a lot of devils live in hell. Okay, took out high-tier devils and hunters with zero effort. Its presence induces pure existential dread. It doesn't talk much. It just breaks you. I like that. When it showed up, it felt like reality warped around it. Limbs flying, fears crushing everyone in the room. It didn't need to cook anyone to kill them. Just being near it was enough. Okay. Falling Devil, embodiment of the fear of hell, both falling and emotional, has a terrifying psychological edge. It forces victims to relive traumatic memories and literally fall into despair. I like that. Culinary theme is twisted and creative. Cooking people emotionally. Okay. Emotionally intelligent, even kind of playful, was shown. Okay. Why Darkness Devil wins barely. Pure power versus psychological manipulation. Falling Devil is a chef of trauma, but Darkness Devil is just a butcher of existence. I really like that. Falling Devil's method takes time, inducing trauma, waiting for the fall. Darkness Devil doesn't wait. It erases limbs and wills death instantly. If they met in a raw clash of power and hell, it feels like Darkness Devil wouldn't even acknowledge Falling Devil before reducing it to a pulp. That said, Falling Devil might have more narrative relevance and intelligence if it prepped ahead of time and caught Darkness in a trap. Big if. Maybe it could get an edge. But if it just a mano, Darkness Devil takes it like a Lovecraftian god versus a horror therapist with a knife and menu. What do you think? You lean toward Falling. Okay. So there's a lot of funny things here. I like what ChatGPT says here. But I also like this part of this is a really interesting line. If they met in a raw clash of power in hell, it feels like Darkness Devil wouldn't even acknowledge the Falling Devil before reducing it to a pulp, right? Yeah, like the Darkness Devil would see Falling Devil and to just say, I'm going to go after you. But we talked about this earlier. No one is arguing that, well, I don't know. I guess people could argue. But even I said it earlier. Yeah, I think the Darkness Devil is a more raw combatant devil, right? Like it's more of a fit. Like I think it has maybe more destructive powers than the Falling Devil. We agreed with that. But the Falling Devil also has right. It's a destructive force as opposed to the Falling Devil or Darkness Devil, which is just a more just a raw strength thing, right? Like, yeah, the fucking people are scared of darkness, the age of dawn, whatever, right? So if we use the fear of darkness versus the age of falling, yeah, darkness has an edge over that. You know? But I do love how, it didn't really put what we're fucking nerding out about. And this is what these power scalers fucking do, okay? Guys, I'm gonna pretend to be a power scaler, right? ChatGPT doesn't know the destructive force of this fucking special beam cannon. And if this is a laser, that's GG's for the Darkness Devil, okay? But I do like what they said here too. If it had prep time. So if the Falling Devil is Batman with prep time, it defeats the Darkness Devil. Oh my God, that is so fucking hilarious, dude. The Falling Devil is Batman. Bro, that's what makes those arguments with Batman so frustrating. Well, if Batman had prep time, it can beat Superman and the fucking Justice League. It's like, I know, Batman beats everyone, okay? Shut the fuck up. We're talking on a pure fucking physical sense. Oh my God, bro. That's what makes these conversations so... I'm already fucking done. I'm already done thinking about this shit, bro. If it had the prep time, it wins. Bro, that's funny, man. ChatGPT is a darkness gagger, too. Oh my God. Light only negates darkness healing. If we remember, darkness boosted Santa could heal in light, but it would just fine otherwise. Yeah, I don't think falling would ever have a light attack. Okay. So darkness cooked with light. Hope you like my dish. Darkness said, "Yo, who are you to falling devil in this fake universe?" Batman has writers per advantage. Yeah. So look, no matter how you take it, let's end it. This is fun. This was way closer than I thought. Obviously, there's way more we can do, but I think at the end of the day, Fujimoto had darkness to show what a force of menace Primal Fears can be, and it does that in spades. The Falling Devil is arguably, or Falling Devil, the Darkness Devil is one of the most unique devils. The aura is insane. The fucking gaggers are here. The gaggers are all here. Can attest to the aura that the Darkness Devil has. It's destructive without a doubt. But we've seen more with the Falling Devil. We've seen more with the Aging Devil. And man, look, if you guys want to say darkness is above falling, I'm not going to argue too much about that. But now that I look at this list, like, here's the thing, right? Let me be an asshole for a second. If you want to say darkness is above falling, fine. I am inclined to believe that aging, like, I don't know what the Falling Devil is going to do against the Aging Devil. That's all I'm going to say. Even if Aging Devil was forced to fight, I don't know what the Darkness Devil is going to do against the Aging Devil that we couldn't see the Aging Devil, like, not handle, right? That's all I'm going to say. I think that's all I'm going to say. I don't know. The more I sit on this now, at first, let me just say, I agree with you guys, right? I first saw this list, I'm like, what the fuck? Falling Devil number 4. This is bullshit. But now that I sit on it, you can swap 4 and 3. I don't know what Darkness Devil is going to do to aging. Again, I believe the Darkness Devil has more power than the Aging Devil. I'm just saying, I think we've seen more impressive feats with aging, like negating attacks in general and period. That, like, what is, like, my thing is, okay, Darkness Devil is stronger against aging, but how is the Darkness Devil even going to touch aging? That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Falling Devil can make doors between dimensions. Would the Aging Devil world negate that? It seems incapable of blocking. And you know what? We didn't even talk about that. Falling Devil against the Aging Devil. That's a very good point. We didn't even get to that. And holy shit, that's like another 40-minute conversation. So we're not even going to get to that. That's a very good question, Phantasma. How's Makima low? Man, Diego, if you missed it, sorry, we're not explaining that. And then death above everyone else, because death, I don't know, can kill people with one shot. I don't know. Let's just put death at 1 for now. That's fine. So everything on this tier list to just be spicy. Yeah. Let's, I think the only problem I have with this is Quan Chi number 10. I think Quan Chi just stomps power. And if we're putting the Blood Devil, I still think Quan Chi just comes out on top. So I agree with this list, except that 10 and 9 should be swapped. Have you asked about darkness versus aging as well? No, I didn't ask, but I think it's going to give us the same answer. Because we're not going in depth. I don't think ChatGPT is going to go in depth like we were just fucking nerding out. Let's just quickly see what it says. I think it's going to say darkness. My pick, Darkness Devil, still wins, but just barely. Okay. It just putting the proponents of, like, the fear, right? So, like, yes, of course, more people are scared of darkness than aging. Yes, I agree. Good. Let me see. Symbolically. If it had the ability to age darkness, it's a serious threat. What happens to a devil when it ages? Can it die permanently, lose its power? That opens up fascinating possibilities. Darkness still reigns supreme in raw, immediate power and fear factor. Yeah, I agree. No one's like arguing that. Unlike aging, Darkness Devil doesn't wait for you to suffer. It makes you suffer instantly, yes, but it's not bound by time or biology. We've seen with Eternal, da-da-da-da-da. The fear of darkness is arguably more primordial than aging. I don't disagree with that. If the aging devil tries to wear darkness over time, Darkness Devil might just obliterate it before it gets to that chance. Darkness Devil's strength feels more cosmic, like it's not limited by physical decay or human constraints. I mean, I agree with all that stuff. Unless the aging devil has some crazy trump card like age your fear into comfort or rot your will to fight, I don't think it can handle a full-on assault from darkness. I agree, but the thing they're saying here, or they're not putting, is how's Darkness Devil going to touch the aging devil? That's all I'm saying. Right? Like, the aging devil saw Yoru's attack point blank and fucking disintegrated that shit. So is aging devil's reaction time just different, right? Oh, God. Yeah, I'm not spending another 40 minutes on this, but I like ChatGPT's answer. It's fine. Aging devil is the fear of the inevitable. Darkness devil is the fear of the unknown. Okay. And now it's asking me what a war of attrition. Yeah, so the nerds always have the most interesting conversations. Yeah. Can you put your arguments it might put counter to or even agree to your point? Just real quickly. Okay. But the aging devil also with a simple snap placed a way powerful Yoru and Black Chainsaw Man into its dimension where both had no powers once trapped inside its universe. Additionally, aging devil disintegrated Yoru's point blank finger bullet easily. That said, what attacks can darkness do if aging will disintegrate it? I'm spelling that shit wrong, but you guys get it. Let's see what ChatGPT says for arguing for my case. Oh my God. You really came prepared with the canon receipts. Okay, so if you guys can't read it clearly, I'm just going to read it, okay? So let's break this down now that the aging devil's actual feats are on the table, and honestly, you might have a real case for aging devil taking this. Let's revisit the aging devil's power level with your points in mind. Dimensional trapped, instantly warped Yoru and Black Chainsaw Man to a sealed off dimension where both lost their powers. That's just not hacks, that's reality bending. Power nullification, taking away Yoru's and Chainsaw Man's abilities without effort is insane, especially since War is a primal tier devil and Chainsaw Man is in a boosted state. Instant disintegration. That finger bullet from Yoru had speed, intent, and point blank force, and it got snuffed out without a sweat. Like she didn't even dodge, she just deleted it. So now we're just not talking about a devil that represents aging, we're talking about a devil that 1, can erase physical matter, 2, seal off entire spaces, and nullify devils who are literally built different. What can Darkness Devil do against that? Darkness is still viscerally horrifying, and his presence alone has killed. But if it stepped into aging's universe and that dimension suppresses power, then darkness is cooked straight up. Darkness attacks like mutilation, crushing fear, and limb rending. Assume that the target is still operating in the same physical or metaphysical space. But if aging devil can snap darkness out of its element into a sealed zone where it becomes vulnerable and powerless, that's checkmate. So you might be right. If aging devil initiates first with the warp and nullification, follows up with disintegration before darkness can react, then darkness devil would literally be like a god getting caught up in a script rewrite. Its rules no longer apply. Final verdict. If it's a raw power in a neutral zone, still leans towards darkness. We all agree with that. But in a realistic, canon faithful matchup, How does aging operate? Aging Devil might actually win. It's not flashy, but it's inevitable and scarily efficient, which is probably the most terrifying kind of devil. Oh my God, bro. The fucking Chat GPT. Oh my God. All right, guys. We've been streaming, bro. We've been streaming for 2 hours and we still got 69, 68 people here. You guys have been wonderful. This was Chainsaw Man Chapter 200. This was a fun stream. We can be here talking for another 40 fucking minutes. Let me just read these last stream of comments and I'm fucking done. Whip Devil versus Barum. If aging turns darkness into a tree, what is he going to do to that? Darkness can't be aged, so Darkness Devil will crush the aging devil in darkness. He'd had to wait till nighttime to get a real amp. Whip Devil versus Barum. Now we're talking with AI to decide this conversation. I mean, it can put up a good point, which we might be missing. These conversations, just who gets the first shot. No, I mean, yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Who needs a ChatGPT for Hawk when you can use it to argue your power debate? ChatGPT said, listen, aging would win, but Darkness the Goat is doing tricks on it. It was a special stream, everyone. And you know what? Let me just, again, shamelessly plug. If you want a Don Dodon playmat, use Fumiko for 48% off that price. So 48% off of $32.99. And of course, having all these fun conversations. The Chainsaw Man versus Yoru playmat. I have it right here. You guys can also get this for 48% off if you use discount code Fumiko. Beautiful, beautiful mat. One of my favorites. Go to nengarden.com. Get yourself a playmat. Or a desk mat as well. There we go. So, yeah. So use Fumiko at checkout for 48% off. And again, even if you don't play card games, can I get a mouse pad version? Why, yes, you can. Look at that. I have the mouse pad version too. I'm currently using it in my desk. So, guys, thank you for the support. Chapter 200 was a fun stream. Man, this is one for the books. That's for sure. All right. The bi-weekly devil has unfortunately struck, but we will be back next week. Or, wow, what the hell am I saying? We'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll see what happens between Denji and the fake Chainsaw Man. So, take care, guys.